3 years after a local man's tragic drowning, his family is still trying to place a headstone on his grave. Problem is, they aren't certain where his remains are buried.
Action News reporter Ronnie Dahl went looking for answers to try to help the family finally find peace.
The Scottish Settlement Cemetery sits off a country road in Elmont Township, a quiet, picturesque place, a place where several members of the Beaton family are buried, a place Angus Beaton thought would be perfect for his son Bob.
We're Scottish, we're very clannish, and it just seemed like a great place for a final resting place.
The Beaton's nightmare began 3 years ago. It was October 10th, 2010. Bob Beaton was up north fishing alone when he went missing. His body was recovered 8 days later.
He drowned in about 10 feet of water.
We had a cremation ceremony, and it was late in the year. There wasn't much to be done in terms of burial and headstone erection. We took home his ashes, and the following year we decided that it was time to put him to rest.
So November 4th, 2011, family members gathered at the historic cemetery to lay Bob to rest. Bob Beaton's family attended services for him here in this cemetery. They know he was buried somewhere in this area. They're just not sure of the exact spot, and it was never marked.
As far as we're concerned, yes, they're on Angus Beaton's plot, and we know where that is.
At least on paper, he knows where it is. Paul Bowman is the Elmont Township supervisor, which took over operations of the cemetery in the summer of 2012. For hundreds of years before that, it was operated by a cemetery board, and the records they kept weren't the best.
The information that we got is very, very sketchy. The best thing that we have is a map showing who owns what plots.
A map that at first didn't even show the Beaton plot. That's one of the reasons family members are pushing to have Bob's remains located before they install his headstone. They think the township should have them dug up. Township officials don't want to pay for it.
We certainly aren't opposed to having them dug up, but it's just that we need to make sure that, you know, it's not township. We shouldn't spend township money for that.
We've already paid for one burial. And I said, my husband is 74 years old. We're going to dig in a cemetery.
It's unknown how much money it would cost to unearth Bob's remains. Digging would have to be done manually so the box containing his ashes isn't damaged.
All we want through this whole thing is somebody to guarantee us that he's in the right place and that we're going to put the headstone in the proper place.
We thought it was a good place.
Without a quick resolution, the Beatons are facing another winter season without a headstone. For Angus, that means months of no gravesite to share a prayer with a son that left this world too soon. In Elmont Township, Ronnie Dahl, 7 Action News.
Yeah, hopefully they can resolve that one.